Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and continually teach us this truth. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect Akim that's laboring in his word and truth and sincerity. Lord willing, this could be an edifying and an exhorting video. And it's not going to be a long video. All right. I was just thinking about this this scripture. You see, I got it pulled up. Mainly verse 4. Revelation, the 21st chapter. Okay, because it's going to come a time where the way brothers is living in this captivity, this is all going to be the past. Okay, and brothers gonna laugh, man. We're going to look back on this shit, man. We're going to laugh, man. And we're going to be glad that it's over. Okay? Everything that's written to happen in the scriptures will happen. All right? We see what time we're in right now. We see that the war of Armageddon, we're in it. Okay? We're in it. And, things are lining up for them to, bring in the new digital system, which will lead to the MOTB. Okay, the mark of the BEAST. All right. But we at the end, man. We at the end of Esau's world. And as the scriptures say, Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Okay. We're in the end of our captivity. And this is the last captivity. We're never going to go into captivity again. Matter of fact, since I said that, let me grab this real quick. Because the Lord said he will no more carry thee away into captivity. Let me grab that real quick. And I put my phone in airplane mode so nobody call me or anything. So I'm not able to see the NLT. But this is Lamentations chapter 4. I start at verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and thou shalt make thyself naked. Okay? So Edom is in the end of his kingdom. So, they should be turning up right now, man. They shouldn't be. I mean, I get it, they've been lied to by their king. Okay, Nero lied to him, man. Told him there would be no more wars, told him he was going to do all this and that, and he ain't did nothing, man. But, you're still in your kingdom, so you should be turning up because the cup is about to pass to you, all right? You going into slavery. You're going to experience the curses, all right? Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7, the Lord said he will put the curses that's been put on us. He's going to take them off of us and put them on our enemies, man. And we going to receive the blessings, okay? Verse 22, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. So we're in a time where the Lord is visiting Esau. Okay, he's knocking this nigga off the throne, man. And we will no more go into captivity. This is the last time we will ever experience the curses, which is is all of our problems. Being on the bottom, you got some money, but it's like you put it in a bag with holes because there's always something that comes up. You can't really save money. All of these women are whores. So it's only a matter of time before she steps out on you. Unless the Lord have it to where she don't. But we're in the worst captivity we've ever been in, man. All right, we're the lowest we've ever been as Israelite men. Nobody respects us. Everybody want to talk like us and act like us, but they don't want to be us. But the Lord will no more bring us into captivity ever again. So jumping back to Revelation chapter 21, I'm gonna start at verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. So John, he's seeing, you know, the aftermath of the second death. Okay, which the fire is not only going to destroy, but it's going to cleanse. Okay, the earth is going to be rejuvenated. Scriptures say every island shall be moved out of her place. You know, the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. Scriptures say these things. So, you know, the earth is going to be refreshed. Okay, and Esau power will, you know, he won't be in power anymore. That's why I say the first earth, it says for the first heaven and the first earth will pass away. Doesn't mean the earth is going to be destroyed. The scriptures say the earth abideth forever. Okay, Esau heaven, his rulership will be no more. Okay, and I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. So John is seeing the fulfillment of Daniel the 7th chapter, where it say the saints shall take the earth and possess it forever, even forever. He's seeing the elect men coming down from the fathership to take the earth, man. That's what he's seeing, because Jerusalem is a people before a place. Okay, ain't gonna be no city that's gonna float down and land on earth. In one of my recent videos I did, I went into how Yahweh Shai himself said, the kingdom of the Most High dwelleth within you. They won't say, look here or lo there. We are the kingdom, man. Once we get those new bodies and we're in the second covenant fully, that's the kingdom. Okay? And everything that comes with that, man, the power, the sovereignty, the rulership, the authority, all of, hey, that's a spirit. This chick got MAGA on the back of her car. I was just going into how, you know, Nero, he lied to you, man, to you devils. That's all Esau does is lie, man. Okay, but going back, let me keep reading. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, with Israelite men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them and be their power. So Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai will fully be with us again as a nation, because the 2/3 are going to come back, and we're going to just keep having kids, man, for eternity, man. You know, that's why it says in Isaiah the 60th chapter, one of my favorite verses, man, it speaks about how we're all going to be righteous. And it says that, you know, a little one shall become 1,000 and a small one a strong nation. So we all going to be like our own nation eventually by how much seed we going to have. Okay, and our power is going to be fully with us, man. So ain't nobody going to be able to do nothing against us. All right? But reading on, and the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. So whatever you brothers is dealing with, man, whether it's health problems, is financial problems, you know, women problems, you know, whatever, man, it's all gonna, you know, like I said, the former things shall be passed away, man. All right, brothers ain't gonna cry anymore. You know, if we do cry, it's gonna be tears of joy. You know, we're not gonna cry for sorrow of heart anymore, man. Okay? We're not gonna die anymore. We're gonna receive immortality through Yahweh Shai. That's why he spoke about everlasting life. Okay, but hey, man, this is beautiful, man. No more pain, literally. All right, brothers ain't gonna have any health problems. Brothers ain't gonna have to wear glasses or wear contacts or go to the dentist or, you know, go to the doctor, get checked up. No, man. No. And the Lord is only doing that for his people, man, which are you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We are the Lord's chosen nation, man. The 12 tribes of Israel, man. Okay? So the Lord is doing this. That's why when you go to Isaiah, all right, and like I said, not a long video. You know, I'm trying not to make it long. Uh, Isaiah chapter 65, verse 17. For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, which just means refreshed. The word new in the Greek is kainos, which just means refreshed. And the former shall not be remembered nor come into mind. See, we're going to be living so good. Scriptures say it have not even entered into the heart of man the things which the Most High have prepared for them which love him. The Most High saved the best for last. And you know, we're not even going to think about this shit. You know, we're going to be living so good. You ain't going to be thinking about when you had to wake up to an alarm clock. When you had to get out of bed and you was tired. You didn't want to go to work. You know, you got left on scene, left on red by a bitch, you know, or the bitch ain't even open your message. You know, we ain't about to think about this shit. You know, getting rejected. Man, this is all gonna be a thing of the past, man. That's why I say it ain't even gonna come into mind how good we gonna be living, man. Now, of course, we still gonna know of it. We're gonna celebrate when we were delivered out of here. And this place will be the biggest desert on the planet. It's always gonna be a memorial. But life goes on. We ain't gonna think about this shit like that. You know? It says, but be glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. The angel told Yahushua Mother Mary of his kingdom there would be no end. So we're going to rejoice forever, man. All right. For behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing and her people a joy. So brothers is going to be up, man. As a nation, ain't going to be no more niggas in Israel. Ain't going to be no more harlots, no more whoremongers, no more, none of that amongst our people, man. We're going to be a nation of kings and priests, and every Israelite daughter, every daughter of Israel will be a princess. Okay? It says, and I will rejoice in Jerusalem and joy in my people, and the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying. You see that, man? You know? So, hey, man, you know, the Lord is going to put us on, man. And he likened us into a delicate and comely woman. He loves us. Scriptures say he have graven us upon the palm of his hands, man. You know, I speak as a man, but that makes me think that, you know, the Most High, he's always thinking about his people. It would make sense, you know, Yahushua is there with him, waiting to receive his throne here on earth, waiting to establish the throne of David as the government of his kingdom. Okay, the angels are constantly reporting what's going on. Scripture speaks about those of our people that die, you know, they're crying to the Lord, like, you know, how long dost thou not judge and avenge us on them that dwell on the earth? So the Most High, yeah, you know, he's always thinking about us, man. You know, he loves us, man. So he's about to do this, man. But before this happened, Esau got to be taken out. And this nigga, he's done. He's on his way out, man. Nobody respects him anymore. His woman don't even respect him. His woman is putting up videos talking against him, bringing out how they so obsessed with our rides and they obsessed with us. They're jealous of us. His own woman is saying this. Hold on, let me check how much time I got left on my lunch break real quick. Okay, good. I got 12 minutes left. Damn, what's mine? That nigga going through it. All right, let me jump back. Hold on. Yeah, let me jump back. Okay, hold on 1 second. 1 second. All right, yeah. So let me grab what Yahushua said, and then that'll be this video. You know, hey, brothers. Hey, you believers, you about to win. Okay, we win in these times, man. As this place collapse, we're like the scriptures say. Others shall mourn and weep, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. At death and famine thou shalt laugh. I'm expecting the Lord to make good on his word, because he is going to make good on his word. All right, we ain't got to doubt that. You know, we going to be good, man. And it's all to glorify and exalt Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. The Lord's name will be greatly exalted in these last days. Okay? And that's why the scriptures say thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. Because you're going to have a lot of our people, man. I mean, of course, there's more of our people that's going to die than those that's going to be saved. But, 1/3 is still a pretty good number. It's still a pretty good amount of, believers that's going to make it. They're going to see it, man. They're going to see the power, man. They're going to see how the Lord is showing his power through his prophets, man. And they're going to believe. Okay? So we fastly approaching that time, man. All right, brothers about to start catching more W's, man. But like I said, I'm going to grab what Yahweh Shai said. Then that'll be this video. I think it's John. Is it John 15? Or maybe John 16. Let me see. See if I can type it in. Yep, John 16. John chapter 16, verse. I'm gonna start at verse 20. I'll start at verse 19. Now Yahweh Shai knew they were desirous to ask him, and said unto them, speaking to his disciples, do ye inquire among yourselves, or that I said, a little while, and ye shall not see me, and again a little while, and ye shall see me? Verily, verily, I say unto you, that ye shall weep and lament, but the world shall rejoice. And that's been happening. But Yahweh Shai also said, shall not the Most High avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear along with them? I tell you, he will avenge them speedily. So we in that time. It says, but the world shall rejoice, and ye shall be sorrowful, but your sorrow shall be turned into joy. And that's happening right now. As we're seeing this man go down, I don't even want to call him a man, this beast. We seeing this beast go down. Hey, we rejoicing, man, while these people are getting scared. You know what I mean? Through. Verse 21, a woman, when she is in travail, have sorrow because her hour is come. But as soon as she is delivered of the child, she remembereth no more the anguish for joy that a man is born into the world. And ye now therefore have sorrow, but I will see you again, and your heart shall rejoice, and your joy no man taketh from you. So just like a woman, I've actually seen this, when a woman gives birth, she's screaming, crying. That's why they get that epidural, to try to escape the birth pains, which that's a curse. Going into Genesis, and sorrow thou shalt give children, something like that. That's going to be done away with in the kingdom. It ain't going to hurt when our women have kids. They going to have to go through that pain, and you know what I mean? No, man, it's going to be like taking a shit, man, just to be blunt. But, just like a woman, when she's screaming and hollering, when she holding that child, she's smiling, man. She's not thinking about the pain she had to go through. That's how it's going to be for us when Yahweh Shai saves us, Lord willing, we of the elect. It's going to be just like that. We ain't going to be thinking about this bullshit, man. The former things shall be passed away. So, Lord willing, this was edifying. With that, I'm going to say shalom.